Hi guys, Ann here, and today we have a car vlog right now, but I think I'm going to do a walk and talk because it's beautiful out. Today is Wednesday, March 19th. It is 11:09 a.m. I'm on my way to the post office really quickly. I have a few errands to run. I need to go to Walmart and exchange a blind. So I want to go to the park, and I got to tell you about what happened yesterday with my family. It was a straight up shit show. Oh my goodness. But do you ever like have something happen, right? A situation or what have you, right? So, and then I wake up this morning, I'm in a much better mood. I'm drinking my coffee and I'm reminiscing, like thinking about what happened, and I just busted up laughing. It's like one of those things, like at the time it's not funny. You're angry, but you know, then you laugh afterwards, right? Because it's like, oh my God, it was so stupid. Anyway, so I have to tell you about that. But because like I went off on my children, like when I tell you off, and they're adult kids, okay, off. They haven't seen me like that in a long time, and I want you guys to tell me if I was right or wrong. All right, let me run in here real quick and I'll be back. I cannot get over how beautiful it is. Look, I have a short sleeve shirt on. You guys know I've been working on the backyard, the side yard and stuff, right? So I put the one vlog up. I have like half of a vlog and I got to like add to it, you know? But then it started to get chilly, and then it was like raining, and yesterday was okay, but I'll explain later why I didn't do anything. And today's beautiful, but then tomorrow it's going to go back down again. It's going to be windy and it's going to start raining, so we need to take advantage of the days that we have. But I cannot wait for the springtime, the weather. In the East Coast, we say April showers brings May's flowers, because like March, April, it rains a lot in Jersey. All right, let me go in here and I'll be back.
New Jersey mayor. The mayor of Lumberton, New Jersey. She has been charged with driving under the influence, driving recklessly, and endangering a child. Good Lord. Allow me to break it down, because there are receipts.
All right, so what do I want to do first? I think we are very up close and personal, and I think we're going to do a walk and talk while it's early, because when I go to Walmart and then I need to go to ShopRite, it's right across the street, but I don't know if I'm going to get anything that needs to go in the refrigerator or what. I know I need to get milk and stuff like that. But it's pretty nice out, and then I don't also want to do a walk and talk and go to the store sweaty, you know, because it don't take much for me to sweat. So I think that's what we'll do. We're just going to go to the city park. This will be the first time all year. I haven't been here in a year to the city park since it's been nice out. There is absolutely not one person here. There's not even a car. And I know it's a weekday, and there's Geese here. Oh, and then Lexi's car. I don't have the food. So I know like kids and stuff, you know, are in school, but it's like nobody's walking. But the pro is I'm always places by myself. So I have my bag and all of that. So let me get myself together and I'll be right back. Look at the geese. For some reason, it's not letting me zoom in. So I got to get very close. They're very close. Okay, so that's as far as I'm going. I see some of your comments say that like the geese, they would be careful because they chase you and stuff. I have to say, around this area, they really don't chase you. They come up to you to see if you have food or something, I'm guessing. I don't know. But I've been very, very lucky. They'll more or less run away. Oh, what's here? Does somebody pass? Look. There's flowers and says I love you. Oh, That's right. It was last year, right here at the city park. I shared this with you. It was a 16-year-old boy that shot and killed a 14-year-old boy, or vice versa. The 14-year-old boy killed the 16-year-old, but I think it's the opposite. I think it was the 16-year-old that killed the 14-year-old at the city park. I remember that now. Oh, God, it's terrible. I was talking about that. This is the park. This is why I come prepared. You know, and I know, and I'm not going to rehash it, but, you know, so many people, not so many, but a few people are like, you know, but you have to. And especially if you're from, like, Jersey, New York, Philly, all of that, you know, like, you have, or Pennsylvania, you know, you have to protect yourself. Especially a single woman walking, especially if you're carrying a bag, because if they're desperate and they say a bag, they might think you have money in here. Why am I like feel, I don't know. You know what I mean? Or something like that. And they will try to whatever, you know? So it's just sad. But when I do get up here, I do want to show you something that I think any man, woman, if you are walking alone, even if you have your family with you, if you're not walking alone, you should carry with you. And I'm going to show you why. And this is the style. But we'll talk about that when we get up there. Do you remember every time I would come here, I would show you like all the greenery and stuff? Look what it looks like. There ain't no green, no leaves, nothing. Maybe over here it's starting to come because it still hasn't really been that nice out. But look, it just, it's crazy, right? That's the water. Somebody just screamed. I don't know if you heard that. That's the bridge I just walked over. Okay. We're going to go to the graffiti wall and see if that changed or anything like that. But I do want to talk to you guys about what happened yesterday. Oh my God. And I want you guys to tell me the truth. Like, can you relate? And was I wrong? Did I over exaggerate? Like, you have to tell me. But let me just show you something. All right, so this is where we're going to be sitting at. Right in here. Isn't that pretty? I know. I show you guys this all the time, but just in case if you're new. And then over here are some benches and everything where you could just sit and, you know, watch the scenery. You can sit over here or here and, you know, and all this is free. Like, you don't have to call or what have you. You can come, bring your kids, have a birthday party, whatever you want. As long as somebody else isn't sitting here, you could do whatever you want, you know, and it's beautiful. You have grass the kids can play on. They don't say, get your kids off of there. It's just so pretty. Then you have here with the shade. All right, let me go ahead and get situated. And I was just looking because I know way over there, King Cracker. But let me show you something. I was looking, but I don't see any light bulbs that are in here. For some reason, it's not letting me zoom in. It says can't zoom in on this mode. I'll have to see what's going on. But anyway, they're on all four corners, but there's no light bulbs. But it used to be at nighttime. This was years ago, where it would light up and stuff, which was really nice for two reasons. Where you can come at nighttime, right? But also safety, the lights on and everything, you know. But I guess they figure if it's dark, you won't come because after a certain time, they don't want people here. So that makes sense too, but still. All right, I'll be back. I'll zoom you in editing. I forgot, that's right, I could zoom you in on editing. So I have the cheaper tripod with me so it doesn't go so high like the other one. So I have to step back, but I want to show you something. Always get this type of safety. I'm not going to pull out and show you so I don't get flagged or anything, but this is just for safety. It's awareness, okay? And you can buy you can buy like other chains. This came with it or what have you. I got this one on Amazon, okay? Like I have better ones I keep in my bag. But I have got this on Amazon. And I showed you this one before. It comes with this type of handle, which is good. So if you do have to do something, your hand won't slip and cut yourself. You know what I mean? But I keep it under here, but I'm just going to show you in case you need it. This is good to have. So if you're just walking, you know, minding your business, okay, and somebody grabs you, whatever, you can just, you know, do this, even one-handed, okay, and it comes out, and then you can do whatever you have to do. That's why I always carry this when I'm walking by myself. If I'm at a park or what have you, I always carry this on me, okay? And I, you know, so then right here I can also do the same thing. I just don't carry it over, one, so nobody sees it, and two, you know, I don't want to scare anybody that I'm going to do something to them and then they're on the fence. Because if somebody came walking, you know, where I'm at and I see a knife, I'm going to be on the fence. You're like, what the hell's going on? So that is something good to have. And these aren't very expensive, but even if you just carry that, also get some bear spray or pepper spray. Bear spray is better, but have that too. I always say I carry things on me. I'm not really scared of humans, right? I mean, yes, they can hurt me. I'm not saying that. Like, I don't care how good of a fighter you are, how strong you are as a woman, okay? Most men are stronger than you. You know what I mean? Or can overpower you, okay? So I'm not saying that. I'm more scared of loose dogs, you know, or a coyote, or, you know, something like that is what I'm scared of. So, of course, the first thing I would do is my bear spray, you know. The number one thing, never run. When you run away, they're going to run after you, and they're going to look at you as prey. You have to stand your ground, okay? Act like you're not scared. If a bear comes or something, then you just scream on top of your lungs, okay? Because that sometimes freaks them out and they'll run. But never run. Never. Unless you're like a track star. Like, but don't do that, okay? So there are a few things. And, you know, if that doesn't work and a dog comes up, my last resort is my bag. Another safety tip also, if you're walking and you have your phone, okay? And you see a group of people that is making you nervous, act like you're live streaming or filming or something, or you're on the phone live chatting, okay? If you have to fake the funk, then do that. Because most of the time, if somebody, especially if they're alone and they think you're talking to somebody or FaceTiming or live or whatever with social media, most of the time they're not going to bother you. They're going to get the people that are walking by themselves with no phone, no nothing, that they think they can attack, you know, and get away with it. I mean, that's why most of the time, you know, people say, how come this man comes in and he like robs and gets the money, but then he KILs them? Well, because they don't want to get caught, you know? I'm not saying it's right, but I'm just saying that's their thinking. And so the same thing, if they see a phone that's on and thinking that you're talking or whatever, 9 times out of 10, I'm not saying it won't happen, but it's also another safety thing to do, you know? That's why I'm always, when you see me walking, I'm filming as well, you know? So if you notice, like if you watched my blogs from last year, you'll see people that they just walk and say hi and they look, you know, but they don't bother me. Like I see up here, there's a guy sitting down, and you'll see, I'll show you how you handle the situation. So let me tell you what happened yesterday. So, you know, I told you, I'm like, what is that called? Perimenopause? Something like that. And because of that, my hormones are just like crazy, okay? There's somebody's bag. What is this about? This don't look good. Hold on. It's a bag with even pay stubs. And a hat. I'm just going to keep walking. I'm going to mind my business. So Sunday and Monday, I didn't cook dinner. Let me just show you the graffiti wall, because you know, once I get into my conversations, I forget what I'm saying. Hold on. Isn't this gorgeous? I will have to zoom it in when I'm editing. I don't know yet. But how beautiful is this? I absolutely love this. They have been doing this since I've been a little girl. And then they just spray paint over it over and over and over again. I mean, it's just so beautiful, the talent. And I am glad the city gives people like a place like this to just do it, where they're not doing it all over the buildings. And you can see somebody, which is smart, got stones, see this, so you can get on top and spray paint. Watch me bust my ass. This is why I have a bad ankle. And then over here, it's just so pretty. Do you remember one time I was sitting here talking and talking, and then I heard a noise. I'm like, what the heck? And here, right up top there, somebody was sitting there. What in the world? Anyway, so I didn't cook Sunday or Monday. Okay, so I figured yesterday was Tuesday. Let me go ahead and cook. But I still wasn't feeling good, cramping, you know, all of that. And I'm like, I'll just make some. I literally almost fell. I was like, I'll just make some spaghetti, you know, with the, what are they called? The angel hair noodles. Now, I don't make homemade pot, like sauce, okay? I don't. But I add things in the sauce, right? Like my peppers, or if I want mushrooms or onions or seasonings. And then when I make the ground beef, I season that. Or if I make the meatballs and make the homemade meatballs, what have you. So it's not like I do like this big fancy smancy, but I do put some effort into it, right? So when you're not feeling good, you know, it's like any effort is, you know. And then I made homemade garlic bread. So it was an easy dinner, but, you know, still. Well, I got done and I text Isaiah because this is about 6:30 and he wasn't home from work yet. Sometimes after work, he'll go to his girlfriend's house or what have you. And anyway, he goes, I'll put it right here. You know, we have a joke between me and him because I try to use these slangs to make them laugh. And I'm like, bruh, you know, and I remember one time he fell out laughing. He was like, what did you say? So anytime when we talk, because he doesn't call me mom, or Lexi calls me mommy, he says mother. He's always done that since he was little, and I absolutely hate it. And he knows it, that's why he does it. But anyway, he was like, bruh, I just ate. And I'm like, bruh, right back. But I was pissed. I'm like, all right, fine. I got a little angry, but I just said, okay. Well, maybe about 20 minutes later, here comes Lexi. I told you Lexi works overnight, so she must have went to see her boyfriend or something, I don't know. And she comes in with the bag in her hand, and I go, what's that? She goes, oh, I went and got me a tuna something sub. I don't know. And I go, what? She goes, well, I didn't think you were going to cook. And I go, what are you talking about? I didn't cook for 2 days. When do I ever go 3 days without cooking? And she goes, well, I didn't think you were going to cook. And I'm like, well, why didn't you ask me? You know, now I'm getting angry, okay? Tyler comes downstairs maybe 10 minutes later, and he goes, oh, it smells good down here. And I'm like, yeah, I made spaghetti. I was like, do you want a plate? And he's like, oh, I'm not really hungry. Okay. Now I'm getting mad, okay? And he was like, oh, just make me a plate. I'll eat it later. See, I got to walk. And I'm thinking to myself, okay, because, you know, like I said, like I look at it today and it's like, oh, no big deal. I could have just made their plates or what have you. But, you know, when you're not feeling good and you're cranky in my hormones, and I'm a moody bitch, I ain't going to lie, when I'm, you know, like that. And I'm thinking to myself, like, they're so ignorant. You know, they should have asked me, Mom, are you cooking tonight? Or whatever the case may be. They, you know, plus they knew I wasn't feeling good. Okay, so they should have been asking me, Mom, I'm getting something. Do you want something? You know? So this is how I'm thinking, because I get overly emotional. I go ahead and I wait a little bit. You know, you got to wait till everything cools off and all that stuff. And I'm like washing the dishes. And you know, when you make spaghetti, you have the big pots and pans and all this. Well, anyway, Isaiah comes home and he was like, Mom, he was like, can you, he goes, I have to work tomorrow. He was like, can you make me a plate for lunch? And I look at him, right, because I'm already mad, and I'm like, okay, I'm already putting stuff away. And he has these like Tupperware, but they're glass. He bought it. They're, I think, Pirates or something is the name, but not the God forbid he has plastic Tupperware. It's the glass ones, right? And so I'm like, well, that's easy. I just throw it, you know, everything in there and whatever. Okay, fine. I can't make this up. Remember I told you I made Tyler a plate because he said he'll eat it later. So he comes down and I just put it in like a bowl, and I put the noodles, and then I just put the sauce on top, and I have like 2 pieces of garlic bread, like right, you know, like on the sides. He says, you couldn't mix the sauce up, or however he says it, you know, like all together. And I literally looked like the Exorcist and turned my head. I said, what did you say? Because I wanted to make sure I heard him right. And he repeats himself, and he was serious, like he wasn't joking. He's like, oh, why didn't you mix the sauce up? You know. Now, let me just tell you something about myself. I don't ever cuss at my kids. I'm not saying I don't, but hardly ever, ever. You know, remember, my kids are adults. They're all in their 20s. Isaiah will be 21 in July. Lexi will be 25 in July. Tyler is 29. So my kids are all in their 20s, okay? I can count on my one hand as many times as I cussed at them. Like, they hurt, you know, like even just cussing in general, they don't hear me, okay? I called him mother. I said, motherfucker, blah, 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 you know, like that, because I'm mad, you know, and they're not used to it. So he didn't know what to do. Now, let me tell you something about my son, Tyler. Tyler's temper is worse than mine, okay? Tyler is a Scorpio. His birthday's in November. He'll be 30 in November. And he's the type of person, okay? If he don't know you, he don't care about you. If you were laying in the street dying, he would literally walk over you because he minds his business. Now, not for real, but I'm just using it as a scenario. You know what I mean? But if he knows you and he loves you, he'll do anything for you. He'll protect you, anything, okay? But it's very few people. I can count on my one hand as many people he's like that with. He goes, because you know, when I'm mad like that, remind me of my mother. I've shared this before. It was me and my brother. And my mother, I can't remember a time she really ever she has put her hands on me. Like I've told you the story when she smacked me in the mouth at the school because I got smart with the principal and different things. But like, not like beat me, right? A couple times, but not really. And, but when my mother said, all right, I had it up to here. Now, I don't know what that means because anytime that she said that, me and my brother knew, okay, we need to behave and go in our rooms. You know what I mean? So I don't know what like up to here means. I have no idea. How you doing? That's what it reminded me of last night. You know, when I was so mad, it was like my mother saying, okay, I had it up to here. So when I get like that, because Tyler goes, he goes, well, if I had a choice, I'd rather be like that anyway, mix my own sauce up. And I thought to myself, yeah, motherfucker. Yeah. You know, I didn't say that to him, but you ever like have an argument with somebody and then they say something like agree with you and you're like, yeah, that's what I thought. You know, it's like that. You know, I'm thinking that in my head, but I didn't say anything. I continue to do the dishes or what have you. He goes in his room. Everybody's in their room. And it gets worse. Okay, so I clean everything up and I'm like, all right, let me get in the shower. You know, Lexi left to go to work and then I go upstairs to get in the shower. I can't make this up. I get in the shower, and this is one of my pet peeves on my pet peeve video. The bar of soap was so small, like when you put it in your washcloth, it breaks, and it, like you couldn't even get soap, that I had to get out of the shower to get a bar of soap. It wasn't even enough to use, and then when you get done, put another bar of soap in. And I'm like, what the fuck? I'm sure they heard me, but everybody stayed quiet, you know. Anyway, then I go in my room, all of that, and that's that. So and then I woke up today, and I'm like in a better mood. I'm like, you know, everything's fine, right? So I go downstairs. The first thing I do when I wake up, right, of course, I let the dogs out. And while they're outside, I make my coffee. And then, you know, we go upstairs back in my room. And I'm rethinking what happened yesterday, and I just bust up laughing. And because, like, did I overreact? Probably, you know, because, all right, I could have just what I usually do. Like when I cook, you know, we don't usually eat at the same time because everybody works or what have you. So usually when I cook dinner, I just make everybody's plate and they all have like a specific shelf in the refrigerator. So they know like whose is whose or whose is what or what have you. You know, and I could have did that. But I think I just wasn't feeling good. And it's like I only cooked because I'm like, well, the guilt. I haven't cooked a home cooked meal in 2 days. Let me go. I don't know what it was. I was just very moody. But I started laughing with Tyler when he didn't know what to say because he ain't used to me talking to him like that. And he was like, oh, well, I like it like this. And I thought to myself, well, then what the hell did you say anything for? You know, it's just funny. And my friend Lisa makes me laugh so hard because Lisa knows me so well. When I am like that, and I don't get like that very often, understand that, but when I'm like that, I don't want nobody, like, just don't say anything, don't disagree, because I'm very emotional, I get mad easy. So like Lisa, like she'll say, when I was telling her what happened, she's like, yeah, they're ignorant. And I'm like, yeah, I know, they're ignorant. And Lisa was like, they should have asked you if you want. I was like, yeah, I know. Because she knows that'll calm me down. Like, I'm not like, you know, she's not like, oh, that you went too far. She'll wait until the next day. If I go too far, she'll say, well, you know, Ann, you know, you could have handled it like this or what have you. And then, because she knows, then I'll take heed. She knows me well enough to know when I'm like that, you can't tell me anything, because then I get defensive and I get angry. But it's so funny because there's only a few people like Lisa and like people that are like I'm good friends with that I talk to on the phone and different things like that. Like, you know, when you're like that, it doesn't matter who they are. Like if my friend Ryan, if he was to say it, I'm cussing the hell out. Don't you call my kids ignorant. You know what I mean? You know how we are, like the mama lions, right? But when it's your good friend, like girlfriend, you know what I mean? And then I start laughing about that with Lisa. Because it's like, I was like, yeah, I know. Oh my God, it's so funny. Listen, the little things like that, if that's all I have that makes me mad, you know, that I can complain about, I have it pretty good, you know, I really do. But it's just funny. And like I said, I don't get like that very often, so they don't know what to do, you know. But let me know, did I overreact? I mean, I probably did, but I still think I was right, you know, like seriously, let me know. They should say before they're, now listen, I understand. You know, if Isaiah is at his girlfriend's house or what have you. I didn't even ask him, or if because I would have been pissed if he would have said he went out to, like, ordered something or what have you. But I get that. But I think what really did it when Lexi comes home all like, hi, mommy, with her thing. And she's like, oh, well, I didn't know you were going to cook. And it's like, because they knew I wasn't feeling well. And, but the thing of it is, it's like, then ask me. Say, mommy, are you cooking anything tonight? Because if I did not cook and they were hungry, let me tell you something about my kids. I've had it before where I was like, aren't you cooking? Are you cooking? I had to cuss him out. Like, well, you know, like, you're not my husband, you know. But, like, you know, I don't know how to explain it. You just have to know my family. Anyway, so that was that. So the question that I also have for you, do you ever have where something happens in your life and at the time it ain't funny? But then after you start thinking about it, you just bust up laughing. Because I was like, what the hell? I really overreacted. Well, I mean, I still had a right to be mad. Don't get me wrong. Like, I still think they should, look, I'm still trying to justify myself. I still think they should have been like, Mom, are you cooking anything? You know, but, and I still think they should have said, Mom, do you want anything? No, and I wasn't feeling good. Because everybody knows when I go out or whatever, I mean, even when I'm going to go to Walmart and stuff, I'm getting my kids stuff. You know what I mean? I always say, do you need anything? Do you want anything? I think my feelings were hurt. That's what it was. See, I've always even said this with friendships and stuff, or even like online drama or whatever. If I just get mad, like, I can get over it. Like, I don't care. But if you hurt my feelings or embarrass me, you know, you ever like go to, you have to go to those conferences for your kids and stuff. And like I always would tell my kids, tell me right now, what am I going to find out? So don't go in there and surprise me. Like, let me know. So if you embarrass me or you hurt my feelings, that's when I get very emotional, you know, and that's when I have to care about you, you know. So I think that's what it was. I don't know. So I do think I overreacted, but I think I had a right to react. But let me know what you think. Would that have made you mad, and how would you have handled it? Would you have just said okay and just made their plates? Also, I want to ask you a question. Let me go ahead and get in the car. And get settled, because then I also want to ask you guys about dinner and different something too. I'll be right back. Let me get my hand sanitizer. Oh, I gotta go to the bank. Oh my goodness, that's the whole reason why I went out today. I gotta put money in the bank. Shoot, that goes all the way. Oh, I'm so glad. I would have been pissed. Oh, I would have been so pissed. Okay, so let me do that. I cannot believe I literally almost forgot. That was the main reason for going out. All right, so let me ask you a question, like about dinner and stuff. Once your kids get older, do you guys still cook dinner? Let me know. So when me and my brother were growing up, this is what my mom would do, because once I turned 16, I had to start working. We either had to work or go to school, you know, but I had to work and help out. And then once we turned 18, we had to pay rent. Anyway, my mother still cooked dinner for us, okay? But because I worked and then my brother worked and stuff, and we worked different shifts, at the time my mom worked, she would just go ahead and make us a plate and put it in the refrigerator. We had our own shelves. We just heated it up in the microwave whenever we ate. You know, that makes sense. I gotta stop saying, you know. So that's what I always did to my kids when my kids got older, you know, because that's what I learned, you know, seen, and I do. And I just figure, you know, I cook because I rather them still eat healthy, you know, even though they're adults, but I want them to eat healthy and eat home-cooked meals. I don't know what the right wording I'm trying to say. You know, I don't want them eating out or eating a lot of processed food or, you know, air fryer stuff and different things like that, you know. So again, I still cook dinner and I make their plates. And I was talking to my one friend who says, you know, because her kids, you know, are a little older, and, you know, she just doesn't cook really for them. She just buys stuff where they can just make it themselves or whenever they're hungry, whatever the case may be. And it's like, I don't know what to do, because let me give you an example. If I make brownies, okay, now I made brownies, oh gosh, about 3 weeks ago. And 2 weeks later, brownies are still there, and I go to cut a piece of brownie, and I see white, like mold. Of course, I had to throw it away. And only like a little bit less than a half was eaten. So, like, nobody really eats a lot of snacks in my house. But, you know, sometimes you get that craving. When I make food, dinner, I had to learn not to make abundance of it, even though they can eat it the next day. But after that, like, it'll go bad. You know, they're not real big eaters. Like, they eat, but you know what I'm saying. And it's like, it makes me where I don't even want to bake anything anymore, because it just goes bad, you know. Isaiah, he's my health kick, you know. He don't really eat anything sugary, you know, once in a great while, but like his snack is yogurt. Okay, so I don't have to say anymore. All right, Tyler, he's never really been a snack person. Alexi's really been watching what she's eating and different things like that. And me, I probably eat the most, and I'm not even supposed to, because I'm diabetic. I think I eat more because I'm there and it's there, whether out of the house more, working, all of that, you know. So, like, now if I make brownies or whatever, I just use half the mix and half of whatever it says, you know, so that way that gets eaten and whatever. And then I have one of those sealer things that I seal I don't know, it's just, I don't know what to do, but it still makes me feel bad if I don't cook dinner. I still want them to eat healthy every night. Does that make sense? I just need to learn to make less of it. I don't know. I just don't know. What do you guys do once your kids get older? You know, is there like a certain age? Is it where just maybe the schedule? Do you still cook and eat? Like, what would you do if, like, you know, you have more than one kid and there are different schedules and different, like, what would you do? All right, let's go in here and do that. Yeah, I want to get everything done, but it's already getting late. It's 12:10 because I want to do some of the side yard too. That'll be in a different video, so this isn't too long, but all right, I'll be back. I can't believe it. Thank God. First of all, I forgot to take this off. I have to put it back. Thank God, I just remembered I got to go to the bank. Oh my gosh. So I'm leaving Walmart to go to the bank. This video is all over the place. I can't get over this camera. Okay, okay, let's go to the bank. This guy's like, what the hell is she doing? That's a different type of Amazon truck. Everything in the kitchen sink. That is true. Amazon does sell everything. And remember how we used to say in our pocketbooks, like, we carry everything but the kitchen sink? That says everything and the kitchen sink. That's so true. Amen to that. Boy, you stay on my mind. All right, I just got here. I was going to go to the drive-thru, but hell to the no. It's busy. Get off of me. I'll be back. All right, let me get my hand sanitizer. I know you guys get so sick of me with this hand sanitizer. I know. Oh my God, but it's like, you know, germs and stuff. I don't know. I can't help myself. So I'm in the famous clearance aisle. They have gingerbread houses. I'm not getting it for like $3.99. If I had kids, this would be perfect. Let me show you. See? $3.99. Then they have this. I don't need it, so I'm not getting it, but my goodness. Ooh, cordless blower. All right, let me look and see what I can find. I'm looking at this saw because I really need to get a saw. And I want to see if I can find them cheaper. Because remember that one big tree trunk I can't get? Connect to your power. Oh, this is an attachment. See these baseball bats? Okay. And, you know, we carry these around the house and stuff like this. But another safety tip for awareness, put a sock over the top here, right? Let me tell you why. You ever go, this is my right hand, I'm left-handed. You ever go swing at somebody? The first thing they're gonna do, right, is grab it. Well, if you have a sock there and you pull it away, then you still have that bat and you can go ahead and hit them again. So that's another thing to learn. That's another thing to keep in mind. All right, I'll be right back. So, the only thing that I found in the clearance aisle are these dental bones, and I looked at the date, and they're still good. And you get 30 of them, and they're 15 bucks. They were regular, I think that says 27. She's like, Mommy. She goes, where are you at? I'm like, I'm at Walmart. In Walmart. And she goes, well, can you give me a pair of jeans? I need a pair of jeans. And I'm like, well, what size do you wear? She goes, I don't know. I'm in a size medium in pants. I'm like, well, that could be anything. What size? I have no idea. Lexi, like, has no fat on her stomach at all. Her stomach is flat, but, you know, she's got hips and a butt. So that could be any size. Could be a size 5, could be an 8, could be... I have no idea. So, Lexi, that's something that you need to try on. I don't know what a medium, you know, it just could be anything. You know, that's funny. But see, but I guess I'll look for a pair of pants that I think will fit her. I don't know. She's smaller than me because I have a stomach. Oh, the things I do. I just got done doing a 15-20 minute rant about the kids. But see? Okay, so these are what I got her. So, do you remember I tell you I get these pants? They look like regular jeans, but they're elastic. Look, see? They're elastic. They have pockets. And they look just like jeans. And they're the most comfortable things. This is what I wear all the time. Hold on. It's going to come off. See? Looks just like jeans. I don't even know what size I'm in because I wear them all the time. And you know what's funny? The kids used to make fun of me, and I've been wearing them forever because they're good, like if you're pregnant or because I have a stomach, right? I have a stomach because I'm diabetic and I have insulin resistance. So what happens is a lot of times, you know, most people get fat like outside of their muscle, right, on the outside. Well, when you're diabetic and you suffer from insulin resistance, the fat goes underneath the muscle, so it's very hard to lose that weight. I mean, to lose that unless you lose weight or something, right? But a lot of times exercise alone doesn't help. You have to lose weight and stuff. And anyway, when I sit down, like, I don't have any rolls because the fat is underneath. So my point is, it's very comfortable. And Alexi tried on a pair of my pants before. She's like, Mommy, these are comfortable. I'm like, see? Don't knock it till you try it. You would never know that I'm wearing elastic jeans. You know, because they look real. Like these ones, let me show you. They come in all different colors. These ones aren't hung up, but look. These ones are elastic, but even has a button that looks real, but it's not real, see? It's not a real button. Do you see that? You would never know. And they're 15 bucks. Look at that. I haven't checked my blood pressure in, God, probably over a year. So, like here at a store. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. And we shall see. Must be high because this is the third time that it's assessing my blood pressure. Alright, not as bad as what it has been. It's high, but you know. Alright, let's continue to shop. So now they have this in hand soap, the crumble. Now how funny is this? So this, oh, they have Dove, this peach. This is not locked up, but all of this is locked up. What? Make this make sense. All right, let me go ahead. I have no business being over here, but I did get some flaxseed oil and niacin. This helps. Make sure you get the flush spray. One time I got, oh my God, I was like, I felt all this heat and my skin was burning and all hell to the no. This gives me energy. Okay, let me go ahead and get what I gotta get and I'll be back because I still gotta go to shopping. $201 and change, so $202 for one bag. Let me show you. That is it. These things were on clearance for $2, so I got 2 of them. I don't even know what it is, but that's it. And a few things that wouldn't fit. $202. I don't even know what to say. I'm at the point of like, I don't even know. Like, why complain? Really quickly, remember I kept saying there's this EOS, remember like the chapstick that all the girls, I guess if you have TikTok, maybe you know, I guess this is something popular, but it's 24-hour, I don't know, it's by the brand EOS, but I can't find it at this one. You have to get it at the Super Walmart. Let me try it. I didn't realize she had it in her car. I mean, it smells okay. It's a nice lotion, actually. Let's see, it has this Victoria's Secret. What is this? Bombshell Escaped? Have you guys ever? That smells pretty good. I need to stop spraying and putting all these lotions on me because they probably don't mix. Somebody's probably like, what in the heck? Like my grandma used to call me a French whore. You know, when you somebody that has like all these scents on. You know, back in the day, like people had no filters. Once you got to like 40 or 50, you know, the adults would say, no, you know, at my age, like you couldn't wait to get a certain age because you could say anything that you wanted. Nowadays you can't, you know, I mean, my God, you get canceled or anything. Oh, my ankle's hurting. I got to put it on park instead of the red light. I probably should have did in a separate day a walk and talk because all this ripping and running and that walk and talk, walking around, my ankle hurts bad. But I need to go to ShopRite. I'm only getting just what I need. And that is very minimal stuff to make sandwiches because like on days like this, if there's spaghetti left over, okay, let's keep that real. But you know, if I just want to make a sandwich or something, I don't have to cook because like I said, I want to work on the yard. It's 1:12, so I still have time. Anyway, and I want to get some salad stuff. I seen, it must have been their grandmother, I'm assuming, I don't know, and the little boy was probably about 5 years old, and, you know, they were looking at stuff at Walmart, and he was such a good boy, and I thought, oh, I cannot wait to be a grandparent. Like, I am definitely a boy mom. Like, I always wanted all boys. I am so glad I had Lexi. She was definitely a tomboy, but she's girly, too, you know, but, like, she liked wearing her dresses, but she'll climb a tree in a dress in a minute. Like, I always had to make sure she had, like, those spandex shorts on underneath, you know, but, you know, I just, oh, cannot, I mean, if I had all granddaughters, I love it, you know, but I cannot wait to be a grandparent. Now I understand what my mom felt, you know, like I'm gonna be such a great grandmother, like a good grandmother. I'd be taking them all to the sports and everything else, you know. All right, let me go ahead in here and get what I need to do, and then we'll say our goodbyes. All right, so I just got to the car, and I'm going to show you what I purchased, and then you tell me, put it on pause, and let me know how much you think I spent, and I'll tell you when I get in the car. I almost forgot, but this is Isaiah's milk, because he can't have regular milk, so he likes this milk. And then I've been getting this. Tyler loves this right here. I mean, but it's almost like $6. It's like $5.49, $5.69, something like that. But this lasts him like a week, you know, so he drinks that. And then I did get let me show you. 2 of these, you had to buy, they're regular $8.99, or you get 2 for $15. So I mean, that was a good deal. But this is just all like, I mean, let me know. Why do you seem zoomed in? Let me know what you think. Let's see what happened with this lady. I'm not going to leave until I see her pull off or she's okay. I don't know if you can see her. I don't want to show her face. She was the trunk, and she's an older lady, maybe in her 60s, early 70s, and she was like, stomp on her leg, and I look at her, I say, "Are you okay?" And she's getting a leg cramp, and she said, it only usually happens at night. And I said, "Have you?" Here I am, practice what I preach. I'm like, "Have you? Did you have enough water?" And she goes, "Yeah, I think I need something to drink." And I'm telling him, like, because when your body's a little dehydrated, you can get cramps and stuff. And she's like, "Oh, getting old is real fun." I'm like, "I know, I'm so sorry." But now she's walking around her car and stuff, so I don't want to leave until I know she's okay. She has water, or I would have went in the store and got her some water. All right, I'm going to say my goodbyes, and I'm just going to stay here until I see that she's okay, or go out there with her. My ankle is killing me. I cannot wait to get home. But let me know what I should do about dinners and different things, like what you guys do once your kids get a little older. And all of that, the routine. Thumbs the video up, thumbs it down. Make sure you leave a comment. Commenting really helps out with engagement, even if it's just an emoji. She's still walking around her car. All right, let me go check on her. All right, guys. Stay beautiful, stay blessed, stay healthy, and most importantly, always stay you. Never let somebody take you out of your character. Do as I say, not as I do. Bye, guys. Oh, sorry, really quickly, how much I spent. I apologize. How much did you think I spent? How much did I spend? $206.60, but I saved $32.64 with the stuff on sale. $207 for that. So $400, a little over $400 today. All right, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.